Hey, everybody, and welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling something that might seem really simple at first, but trust me, it goes way deeper than you think. We're going to be looking at the question of who you really are.
Right.
We're going to be exploring some really incredible ideas about self-discovery and success, all inspired by a conversation with the legendary Bob Proctor.
Absolutely.
So have you ever felt like success is this thing out there just waiting to be grabbed?
Yeah.
Well, get ready for a shift in perspective because we're about to learn how true success is actually unleashed from within.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm so excited to dive into all of this with you.
Me too. Let's do it.
I think a good place to start is with this idea that knowing your name,
Yeah.
your job, even your favorite color, like it doesn't even scratch the surface of who you are.
Right. It's just surface level.
Yeah, at your core.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that I find so fascinating about Bob Proctor is that he really emphasizes this idea that there's so much more to us than meets the eye. There's this great story about him being asked, "Who are you?" in a seminar. And his first response was, "I'm Bob Proctor."
Right.
But then he had this realization, like, that's just a name tag. It's not my essence.
Yeah.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It makes you stop and think, how would you answer that question? Who are you really?
It really does make you think. I mean, when was the last time you actually sat down and grappled with that question? You know, it's so easy to get caught up in the roles that we play, the labels that we wear, and forget about the incredible potential that's within each of us.
Yeah, it's like we're sleepwalking through life sometimes.
Yes.
Living on autopilot instead of consciously designing the life that we want.
Yeah.
And I think the scary part is that he says a staggering 95% of people never actually step into the life that they desire.
Wow.
So that's a wake-up call, wouldn't you say?
That is a big wake-up call for
Yeah.
sure. It makes you think like, okay, what's holding everyone back? Why are we all like hitting the snooze button on our dreams?
Right. And I think part of it is that from the moment that we're born, we're being conditioned by our families, by society, by our culture. It's like we're given this set of blueprints that define who we should be, what we should do, how we should think.
Yeah.
And these blueprints often come with limiting beliefs.
Ooh.
Those pesky little voices in our head that tell us we're not good enough or smart enough or capable enough to achieve our dreams.
It's almost like we're inheriting limitations that might have nothing to do with our actual potential.
Exactly. Right. And it's not just our internal conditioning. Our external environment plays a huge role as well. You know, think about the people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, the messages that you're bombarded with every single day.
A lot.
It is. It's a lot. And all of these factors contribute to creating this sort of invisible fence that keeps us trapped in this cycle of conformity.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like we're conforming without even realizing it.
Yeah.
We're following the crowd, even if it's not leading us in the direction we want to go.
Yeah, and that's where things get really interesting because there is a way to break free from these limitations, both internal and external.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And it starts with understanding the power of our thoughts.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, this is where Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich comes in.
Okay.
A book that Bob Proctor has read for over 2 decades.
Oh.
Every single day.
Wow.
Because it's all about harnessing this incredible power of our minds to shape our reality.
Yeah, it is really powerful. I'm starting to see where this is going. It's like recognizing that we have way more control over our lives than we often realize.
Way more.
Yeah, but how do we actually go from thinking about success to actually achieving it?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the things that he talks about is that it's not enough to just accumulate knowledge.
Okay.
We need to learn how to organize it and use that knowledge to create real change in our lives.
So it's not just passive learning. It's active creation.
Precisely.
Got it.
Okay, think about it. What good is all the information in the world if we're not putting it into action? It's like having a library full of cookbooks and never actually cooking a meal.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Right. So how do we bridge that gap between knowledge and action?
Yeah, how do we do that?
That's where the winning attitude comes into play.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's about cultivating this mindset that attracts success, a belief that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.
So it's more than just positive thinking. It's this deep-seated belief in yourself and your abilities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about tapping into the law of polarity, recognizing that for every negative, there's a positive, and choosing to focus on the positive even when faced with challenges.
That's so powerful. I think we've all experienced how much our attitude can influence the outcomes in our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but what happens when our self-image doesn't align with what we want?
Right.
How do we actually change that picture we hold of ourselves?
Yeah, that's where we dive into the work of Dr. Maxwell Maltz
Okay.
and the concept of self-image. He was a plastic surgeon who noticed something fascinating.
Okay. About
After performing surgery on patients, some of them experienced significant personality shifts,
really?
along with their physical transformation.
So just changing their appearance actually changed who they believed they were.
But it really did. It's wild. And that's what led him to this idea that we all have this internal self-image, this mental picture of who we believe we are.
So if we can change our self-image, we can actually change our reality. It's like a mental makeover.
Yeah, and it's not about denying reality or pretending to be someone we're not.
Right.
It's about consciously shaping the image that we hold of ourselves and aligning it with the person that we want to become.
Yeah, so it's like taking control of the narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he suggests this really simple but powerful exercise.
Okay.
Visualize yourself as the person you want to be,
Oh.
and then write a detailed description of this idealized self in the present tense.
So instead of saying, I want to be confident, you would write, I am confident. They're embodying that quality.
Embodying it, yeah. And here's the key.
Yes.
Read this description every single day. Immerse yourself in that image until it becomes ingrained in your subconscious.
It's like reprogramming.
Reprogramming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually reprogram our self-image and unlock our true potential through repetition and focused visualization.
This is incredible. I can see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
The power of thought, the importance of attitude, and then the transformative potential of self-image.
It's all connected.
It is all connected. But is it really that simple? Can we think our way to success?
Welcome back to our deep dive. We left off talking about the power of our thoughts and even reshaping our self-image. It's almost like we're painting a picture in our mind.
It is. It's like creating a vision board for your life.
Exactly. But, it's one thing to think about success, but how do we actually translate those thoughts into tangible actions and results, right? It's not about just, sitting on your couch thinking positive thoughts and then poof, $1 million magically appears in your bank account.
Right.
It's about understanding that our minds are incredibly powerful tools
Mm-hmm.
and then learning how to consciously direct that power towards our goals.
So it's not wishful thinking, but intentional creation.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But where do we even begin? How do we know what goals to even set in the first place?
Well, I think it starts with a paradigm shift. We need to change our fundamental assumptions and beliefs to align with what we want to achieve.
Okay.
And this involves both internal work, like cultivating a positive self-image,
Mm-hmm.
and external action, like seeking out knowledge,
Right.
setting clear goals, and then taking consistent steps towards those goals.
Okay. So it's like those two pieces working together.
Yeah,
You have to work on yourself, but you also have to take action.
absolutely.
I have to admit, sometimes I get stuck in what I call analysis paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
I overthink things and I end up not taking action at all. How do
Yeah.
we avoid that?
Right. It's like having a powerful car,
Yeah.
but never putting it in gear.
Yes.
You can have all the knowledge and the positive thinking in the world,
Uh-huh.
but if you don't take action, you're not going anywhere.
So thought is the fuel, but action is the engine that drives us forward.
Exactly. I love that analogy.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
But how do we make sure our actions are actually moving us toward our goals? I've started things with so much enthusiasm in the past, but then I just lose momentum along the way.
Yeah.
What's the secret to staying on track?
I think this is where the power of goal setting comes in.
Okay.
Writing down clear, specific goals and reviewing them regularly keeps them top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like creating a roadmap for your success,
Oh, I like that.
a constant reminder of where you're headed.
It's like having a North Star to guide you.
Exactly.
I love that. And I'm guessing it's not just about material success, right?
Absolutely not. True success encompasses a sense of fulfillment and well-being in all areas of life. Personal, professional, spiritual. It's about setting goals that are aligned with your values and that bring you joy.
It's about defining what success means to you,
Yes.
not just chasing some external definition of it.
Yeah.
I think that's really important for people to hear.
It is. It's a deeply personal journey.
Yeah.
And it starts with reflecting on what you truly value most, what makes your heart sing,
Mm-hmm.
and then setting goals that align with those values.
I love it. This is so empowering. It's like we're taking ownership of our lives and becoming the architect of our own reality.
Absolutely.
But that also feels like a huge responsibility.
It is.
What if we make mistakes? What if we stumble along the way?
Mistakes are inevitable. In fact, they're valuable learning opportunities.
Okay.
We learn more from our failures than from our successes.
Yeah.
The key is to not get discouraged by setbacks, but to view them as temporary and keep moving forward.
It's just about embracing the journey, knowing that there will be ups and downs, but never giving up on our ultimate goals.
Exactly. Persistence is key. You know, talent, genius, even education alone won't guarantee success.
Right.
It's that persistence and determination that truly makes all the difference.
I love that. It really speaks to the power of resilience. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about having the courage to get back up and keep going.
Yes.
But what about all those external factors we can't control?